Hi, I'm Dr. Kiyanna Williams. I'm a board-certified dermatologist currently practicing in Cleveland, Ohio, and I am looking forward to answering some questions from the Health and Her Hue community. What are the best ways to calm sensitive skin after a reaction, and how can oat-based products help with eczema and sensitive skin? Okay, so some of the best ways to calm skin after a reaction is going to be giving yourself a holiday. So even things that you might normally use that don't cause irritation, if you're having a flare, using those things can actually cause it to worsen. So giving yourself a holiday where you're really just using really bland products, making sure that you're still moisturizing. Things like petroleum jelly can also help heal the rash a little bit faster. And then how can oat-based products help with eczema? So oat actually can really help calm down some of that inflammation. Not only is it soothing to the skin, so you're gonna have some relief in your symptoms, it can also just help calm down that inflammation, that rash that's kind of keeping everything going. What are the best practices for testing a new product to see if it will cause irritation, a flare-up, or if the product is too harsh? Okay, so this is a really good question. So one thing that you can do is actually test it on your inner arm, your forearm, because that skin is a little bit thinner, so it's a little bit more sensitive. So if it's gonna be good in that area, then chances are it's probably good in other areas that are a little bit thicker. And also if you do have a reaction, it's better that it happens on your arm rather than like your face. Should women with sensitive skin or eczema exfoliate their skin? And if so, what are best practices? How often are best products to use? Okay. So I get this question a lot just in general, should people exfoliate their skin? And so for all skin types, I generally say that really harsh exfoliant, so whether that be like one of those loofahs that's really rough or those scrubs that have like those beads in them, generally speaking, I'm not a big fan of those just because what they can actually do is cause little micro tears in the skin. And with eczema and with sensitive skin, you already have some of those little cracks. So you really want to stay away from those harsh, more physical exfoliants. Instead, if you are going to use an exfoliant, using something like a gentle chemical exfoliator, so things that have like polyhydroxy acids, for instance, can be better because they're gentle, they're chemical, but they're not creating those micro tears in the skin. How can women best protect their skin from the sun, considering their sensitive skin or eczema? So this is one of my favorite topics, which is sun protection. I'm a huge proponent of it in all skin types. First of all, there are two big types of sunscreen, right? So we have chemical sunscreen and we have physical sunscreen. Physical sunscreens are those that have zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. So those are the ones that we traditionally think of leaving a white cast. Now there are so many new products out now that are specifically made to blend in better with the skin, especially in people of color. Many of them are tinted to help blend in, but the reason I also like mineral is because you're much less likely to have a reaction to a mineral sunscreen than a chemical one. So if you have sensitive skin or eczema, you should certainly be using a mineral sunscreen over a chemical sunscreen. And then also other ways to protect yourself from the sun are gonna be wearing, UPF clothing, so clothing that protects from the sun, wide brimmed hats when you're out, being in the shade whenever you can, and trying to minimize the time that you're outside in those peak hours in the middle of the day. Can stress or other related factors affect skin sensitivity, and if so, how? Absolutely. So we know that with all types of rashes and skin issues, that stress can worsen it, and whether that be acne, eczema, psoriasis, whatever the case, stress often plays a role and it can worsen those things. So if you know you're about to enter a stressful situation, just making sure that you're really prioritizing your skincare and your routine and not breaking it as much as you can.